They asked Zakir Naik, well, how come the Muslims, each time science discovers something, the Muslims, they discover it in the Quran, which means why you don't discover it before they discover it? Zakir Naik, he have an answer. For sure, Zakir Naik have an answer. So why you Muslim don't discover things unless it's discovered already? I mean, why the Quran don't say it before somebody else say it? How come you don't notice that this is what it is until science discover it, as you claim, you know?
Quran says in Surah Shura, chapter number 42, verse number 29, that it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has created the creatures in the heavens and the earth and has placed creatures in them. So Quran says there is life beside this earth. Today science hasn't proved there is life beside this earth. Scientists say there are high possibilities that life will be there beside this earth.
You see here how they lie about their Quran translation. The verse he is saying, is quoting, doesn't say there's a life beside this earth. He is saying there's dabba. Dabba. Dabba is an animal. This is the chapter he is quoting. Read with me carefully. Did you see anywhere it says there's side beside the earth, there's a life beside the earth? No. It says among his sign is the creation of the heaven and the earth, and all living beings he dispersed through both. Don't you Muslim believe that Allah he have their angels? Don't you Muslim believe that Allah he sent his donkey Al-Buraq to Muhammad from the sky? Don't you Muslim believe that Allah have a dog? So this is the life beside the earth, that God have a donkey in heaven and he have a dog in heaven? This is what scientists are searching for? Isn't it Muhammad, he said to his cousin in the chapter of An-Najm, why you don't believe in the God of the Najm, which means the star? He said, I don't believe in the God of the star. So Allah, he sent his dog to eat him. Who want to challenge me to prove that to be what Muhammad said? So here, the guy he asking him, how come you cannot find something, you know, to be discovered before the scientists discovered? And most of them, they are either Christians or Jews or even Hindus, whatever. How come the science of Islam suddenly disappear after science appear? So Zakir Naik here is giving you like a game. Okay, you know, the Quran says there's other creatures, but this is stupid, silly, because the Quran tell us already, and Muhammad told us what are those creatures. Here you see how easy to debunk. I don't want to use even the word debunk. I mean, this is silly. What debunk? To show them how stupid on their claim and how false their claim is. And actually, I just received Quran and Science in Albanian language, so soon we will publish it. That's mean we have Deception of Allah in Albanian and Quran and Science in Albanian. Very, very wonderful. I want to say special thanks for those who they are translating the books, and they are doing that for free. You know, those are special people. I don't know them. You didn't know me. I don't even know their names. And I don't want to know their names. It is the Lord who knows their names. Because of their work, hundreds of millions, they will receive those books for free. And nobody can stop those books from flying around. Albania, soon we will publish the book to, you know, in Persian. Somebody, you know, working in the Chinese translation. We need somebody to do Korean. I don't know if somebody can volunteer, but it doesn't look like it. Korean people are busy. But it's wonderful. What is the verse in the Quran that says you can eat in your house and if and your parents? Let us finish this and then we can go. I mean, this is not important now, you know, verse in the Quran. I mean, how even we can call such a thing a verse? You see, the Muslims, when they make the Quran, did Muhammad give them verses? No. So where this is verse coming from? Even that word is not Islamic. This is coming from the Bible. Everything they have is a theft. There's a chapters in the Quran. Did Allah give Muhammad a chapter like those we see now? No. Did he even give them like a whole thing by, you know, like the whole thing like as you see it here? No. All right. We are waiting for any Muslim to confirm to us that we are wrong. You see, if Muhammad was lying in one thing, he is a liar in the rest. So if a Muslim, he is going to be honest for a second, and that is very hard to find, otherwise he have to leave Islam. And then he see what his prophet said. And this is, as you see, this is Sahih al-Bukhari and this is Sahih Muslim, which means the most authentic books. And this is what Muhammad said. This is how the baby is created. Isn't it this is alone is enough for anyone who is seeking the truth to know that Muhammad is a fraud? Not only, you know, it's not what science is making Muhammad fraud, but this is like a basic knowledge these days. This is not even science. You know, the word science is very flexible, you know. Like, if science is the knowledge, then all of us, we are scientists, because we have certain knowledge, correct? If science is, let us say, the method to find out, well, all of us, we have method to find out about things, you know, in life. However, when things come to a very simple fact everybody knows, that is not even science anymore. This is something everybody, this is knowledge for everybody. The man sleep with the women, they have a baby. This is a knowledge since the beginning of time. They do not need to be scientists, but somehow this is part of the science. But Muhammad, he take knowledge to different level. He claimed that he is the one who knows and nobody else knows. So he's providing to us knowledge which nobody have. This is not an average, supposedly, information. This is a high quality information. This is why they are saying to you that he is the receiver of the truth. He received it from who? Receive it from Allah. This is why they are saying Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Allah pray on him and salute him. Muhammad is greater than Allah. To the point that God of Muhammad, he praise Muhammad and he salute Muhammad and he pray on Muhammad. And now the great Muhammad, he is telling us information which nobody knows. And now you need to ask yourself, why the Muslims, when they explain that verse about 3 stages of darkness or how the baby is created, don't use this to prove their statement? Why none of them use it? I mean, who is the best to know what the Quran is saying except Muhammad? Why do they want to use it? Right? Any Muslim can explain to us why you don't want to use your prophet explanation for the Quran. What is the problem exactly? Do you think he is unqualified? Do you think he is dumb? He's silly, he's stupid? Do you think that Zakir Naik, he knew what the verses mean? Or somebody, the one who made those articles, he knew better than Muhammad? Obviously you do. Otherwise, your prophet, he explained it. How it's made from blood clot? Yeah, the Quran says that, it's actually, it says in front of you, you see. And the funny, according to Muhammad, every darkness period is 40 days. So the total of a human being creation is 120 days. And by the way, this is the contradiction for what he said in the Quran, because in some hadith he make it 4 stages, in some hadith he make it 3 stages. So if you read here carefully, it says that you will be gathered in the form of a semen in your mother belly for 40 days. And then it became a clinging, which means clinging blood, for a similar period. This is another 40 days. And then he become a lump of a flesh for a similar period. Okay, what is the total? 40 plus 40 plus 40, 120 days. That's science. And you became a clinging thing, which is a congealed blood. You see here the translator, he said clinging thing, but this is not correct translation. If I copy the same hadith, I will copy 3 words, and I will take it to the search engine in the Abdul website. Okay. This is the science of Muhammad. Do you see it? Like this one is showing us too many hadith, have nothing to do with our topic. Hold on, let us see. Do you see the science? Who is a person can oppose the science of the Prophet of Allah? Any Muslim. In fact, all of them, they oppose it. And the proof of that, not even a single Muslim website is speaking about the biology according to the Quran, use the interpretation or the explanation of their Prophet to explain the verses. You know what I mean? If they are not against what Muhammad is saying, if they are truly believers in what Muhammad he brought to them, which is the Quran, then they should take what Muhammad said to them about the Quran. But they don't do that. They make their own article and they fabricate their own interpretation. And they hide all the statement of Muhammad because it is embarrassment. Any Muslim? Any Abdul? You notice this is the same hadith, but the translation here is different. Look here, it's more clear that this is a congealed dead blood. Then he become a clot of thick blood. Do you see it? In the previous translation, they tried to avoid using that word because this is again an embarrassment. Reply to surf hand in YouTube. What does that mean? We do not need to reply to anyone unless he contacts us. Did he contact me? Here we go. My Skype is open. Don't come here and tell me reply to this guy and to this guy. All of them are kids until they prove that they are men or enough to be considered men to call me. Well, we have our friend Bilal. He is back online and he is just texting me. That's wonderful. Let us see Mr. Bilal. He's a nice guy, Bilal. I like this guy. You know, at least he is not, you know, like the rest. Let us see what Bilal want to say. Hello?
Oh, let me,
Yeah, it's okay. Turn off your camera, please.
guys, go to the room. Guys, go to the room.
All right, Mr. Bilal, you are with us? He's taking the kids away.
Guys, go to the room, please.
Mr. Bilal, you are with us?
Okay, hold on. The Christian Prince, the kids, yeah.
It's all right, my friend. I understand. No problem.
Go to the room, guys. Go to the room.
Just tell them Teddy Bear is outside and they will leave.
I think there's a little bit of a delay, but go ahead, Christian Prince. Explain to me what the topic is for today and what's the issue.
All right. Well, you know, we have tons of websites, as you know, Mr. Bilal. And those websites, they keep saying that Quran is unchangeable, like nobody can challenge the Quran. And it's talking about scientific miracles. Do you really believe in those things, or this is a, you know, some Muslim lying about science in the Quran? Talking about scientific miracles. Do you really believe in those things, or this is a... If you can mute YouTube, please. Lying about science in the Quran. Mute.
Yes, I do believe there are Quranic verses that are miracles that were...
Okay.
Sorry?
Can you mute YouTube, because I have two sound coming. So you have YouTube on. Mute YouTube. Keep it running if you want, so you can see the screen with me. But mute YouTube and hear me only from Skype. Keep it running if you want, so you can see the screen with me.
Yeah, the problem is I'm using my phone and I'm putting it on my Chromecast TV, which yeah, it's a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, but can't you mute YouTube? Mute YouTube.
Hold on a second. Let me see. How do I? Let's see. How do I... Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna just shut off the...
All right, okay.
Because I'm not able to see the screen at the same time.
No problem.
You know, I'm not able to see the screen at the same time.
All right, no problem. Okay. Let him set up his stuff and he will be back with us. So we heard Mr. Bilal saying that he believed that there's some scientific miracle in the Quran. So we cannot wait until he come back to us and tell us where we can find those things. But before he calls us, how many of you think that Mr. Bilal is right? How many Muslims here, they accept what Mr. Bilal said, that there is some science in the Quran? If you are a Muslim and you agree, give us one, please. If you are a Muslim, and you agree, give us one, that there is some science in the Quran, as Mr. Bilal he said. No Muslims? What happened? Where are the Muslims? Okay, let's do this. Do you think that Mr. Bilal, he will be able to prove anything really to be scientific in the Quran? Anything? Not even one. I mean, can he prove one thing to be accurate? Because now when he come back, you know, we will ask him to show us those things. All right, Bilal is calling.
Hi, is this better?
Yeah, that's good. So Bilal, go ahead, my friend. You know, what is the science in the Quran?
I'm not seeing anything in front of me, just to let you know.
No problem. If I want to share something with you, I will post it for you in Skype. No problem.
Okay, and also I would like to mention to the people that are watching, I am not a scholar of Islam.
Okay.
I am a regular Muslim, but I do believe wholeheartedly that Islam is the truth.
Okay.
And so I just want the people to know that I am not a scholar.
No
And I
problem.
have not studied anything before even coming on this like for this topic, I have not studied. I just like talking to Christian Prince. I like to see his point of view, and we'll take it from there. Go ahead, Christian Prince.
No, actually, I want to listen to you because you said you believe there is some science in the Quran. So tell us something.
All right, so
choose the most strong one, Bilal, please. The strong one, like something you think there's nobody can refute this one.
Okay, I'm also not a scientist, but I do believe that 1400 years ago they did not have the technology that we have today.
Okay.
So for the things that the Prophet mentioned in the Quran, for example, the mountains, right? The mountains being pegged to the ground. So the mountain is not. It's not only that mountain that you see like we can see, but underneath that mountain, there's also like a mini mountain that is pegged to the ground. That's something that I don't believe the Prophet would have known unless it was God, sent to him. Can you debunk that, or?
No problem. No, sure I can. No, come on, this is very hard for me. Bilal, let me ask you, is the mountains coming from inside the earth or somebody placed it in the top of the earth?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I'm asking you because you are the one who mentioned science now, because, you do not know much about... you are the one...
I told you I'm not a scientist, but what I see from the mountain, I see it there, like when we see it there, right? But if I lived 100 years and I just keep looking at the mountain, I will say, wow, that's the mountain. I can see the top of it. Just like the house, right? You see the house, but you don't see the base.
But you mentioned that the mountain is made like nails in the ground, right?
Yes, like pigs.
Okay. So is that scientific? Is that how the mountains are created, really?
That is scientific, yes.
Okay. Based on what? Because according to your Quran, Allah, He placed the mountains in the top of the earth. Is that correct?
And also they're pegged. It's also mentioned in the Quran as well.
No problem. But according to the Quran, the mountains is not part of the earth. Allah, He placed the mountains in the top of the earth. Yes or no?
I do not know that exact verse. I would have to read it again. If you can bring it up, it would be nice.
No problem. Chapter 16, verse number 15.
Yeah. Can you put it on my screen, please? Because I'm not
sure. I will give you the link. You want me to give you the link in Skype?
I guess so, yeah.
All right. Okay. Here we go. Open the link from your side, please. And as you see, this is your translation, so you can change translation as you wish.
Arabic English would be nice, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you speak Arabic, which is good. It says, وَأَلْقَى فِي الْأَرْضِ رَوَاسِي. What أَلْقَى mean? What أَلْقَى mean?
He put.
أَلْقَى mean he throw.
وَأَلْقَى, he thrown, okay.
Throw. So he throws something in the top of the earth, and that is mountains. Is that what science says? Is the mountain something we throw on the top of it?
No, but he's into the earth firm mountain, so it does not shake with you, as well as rivers and pathway. Okay. For the rest of the place, but how he placed it, placed them though, Christian Prince, you cannot tell me exactly how he placed them. You can only, because you weren't there when he placed them, correct?
Yeah, but what science says that the mountains is not something placed in the top of the earth. They are coming from inside the earth. So when there is either a volcano, and the volcano will make the magma go out, that will make a mountain, or there is a mountains, they are exist because the tectonic plates, they are a pressure between two tectonic plates, and that will raise the ground. According to the Quran, it's the opposite. According to the Quran, the earth is flat, and Allah, He placed the mountains in the top of it so the earth will not shake. But according to science, areas with mountains is the most shaky place. As an example, Japan, they have an average of 1,000, 1,500, even more sometime, earthquake, and it's an island of mountains. And why they have mountains actually? Because there is the ground there is not stable. So mountains is not to stop the earth from shaking. Mountains are exist there because the earth is shaking.
Mm-hmm.
And the mountains are coming from the ground inside out, not outside in. And you study that in school, I believe, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how the Quran teaching you something very false according, maybe elementary school knowledge.
Like I mentioned, Christian Prince, I do not know how he placed them.
Doesn't matter how he placed them, but this is not what happened. You see, he placed them. He placed them. I mean, me and you agree on that he placed them. Okay, Bilal, do we agree that he placed the mountains on the top of the earth? He placed, correct? He placed it. Okay, so that means there was no mountains. Allah, he created the earth, and then Allah, he make mountains, and then he put it in the top of the earth, correct?
Put it on top of the earth?
Yes.
How he did it? Yes. There was mountains on the earth.
I don't know how he did it. It's not a question. The question is how he says such a statement that he placed mountains in the top of the earth, when all of us we know, and you just agree with me, that mountains is coming from inside. Actually, scientists today, they try to fight Christianity, even Islam, by saying, well, if you want to know the age of the earth, study the age of the mountain. Why? They say like the mountain of Himalaya increase an average of whatever centimeter a year, and they say we can measure how many centimeter or millimeter, whatever, and then we will find how many years was the age of this mountain. That's what they say. That is what they call it, science. So when I asked you about science, you said, okay, I will give you this one. But this one again proving that Islam is false, because mountains is not something placed in the top of the earth. Mountains is part of the earth. Actually, is coming from deep inside the earth. As an example, mountain of a volcano.
Fair enough, Christian Prince. So can you tell me how this earth, from your Christian perspective, how this earth came about?
Well, the Bible doesn't give us details much, except that God, he created the earth, God created the heaven. It doesn't say too much about it to tell you what, because this is not really important for me, and the Bible is not a book of science anyway. I mean, if God want to create, when a guy, he studied to be an eye specialist, just to study the eye, he study 60, 80 books just to study the eye. So if God want to tell us how he created the eye and how the eye function, he need to write for us 60, 80 books at least, so we understand the eye, right? But the Bible is not a book to understand the eye, is to understand God. So here, your God, he is voluntarily jumping into knowledge, which is supposedly nobody knows, and this knowledge is false.
Okay, like I mentioned, I do not know how he placed them, how he created, and you said you, as a Christian, you don't know how he created it. So I'm gonna, if you don't mind, I'm gonna move to another topic, because we don't know how the earth was created.
Okay, give me another one.
Okay, so you mentioned, and this one you can tell me from the Quran as well, and also from science. Because I seen you talking about this one, and I'll let you speak about it here. Give you the floor about the child being in the womb of the the steps a child is made in the stomach. Can you explain to me what's wrong with the Quran in that aspect?
Well, if we go on, let us see first verses speaking about that, and then we will understand better. And for sure, I think you agree with me, Bilal, that's the best one to explain these verses is your prophet, correct? Not a guy in YouTube or Zakir Naik.
I would love the Quran, because we're not Arabic. We're not really Arab. I wouldn't consider you or myself Arab experts, like in the Arabic language, especially in that time.
Why not?
Because and if you look at Sibawayh and like some real Arabic scholars, it would be probably more. My friend,
let me understand. My friend, Bilal. You see, there is always in certain time people who they spend their life studying something,
Yes.
Right? Okay, that make them experts. So I'm not going to compare myself by that person, but doesn't make me that a person I do not know what Arabic is, right? So he might be a person who is able to create a grammar rule, new grammar rule, you know, because he's smart. He's studying this for long. So you know that the one who fixed the Arabic language is not even an Arab. Correct?
That's right.
Okay, the Arabic language was horribly hard to understand, horribly hard to have a grammar for it. It's a horrible language when it's come to grammar and how to make it work. Then a person who have nothing to do with the Arab, he just learned Arabic. He is so smart. He said to the dumb Arab, stupid Arab, let me fix your language, and he did. And until now, you are going by his rules.
Yes.
Okay. So the excuse of not being scholar in Arabic, that's not an excuse, because Allah is supposed to speak to every human being in that book, correct?
No, I mean like like when you're in you're translating it to English, and also the Hadith itself, you know, like I like to stick with your Bible and my Quran. If we can stick to those two, it would be very nice.
You know, we can stick to anything you want, but the question is, are you trying, my friend, to avoid what Muhammad said because it's embarrassment?
No, I'm not
maybe
trying to avoid. I'm not an expert in them. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
No. Okay, how suddenly you just say the Quran language is hard, but Muhammad language is harder? So you can understand the Quran, you can understand the Quran, what it's saying, but you don't. But you cannot understand what your prophet's saying. Explain the verse.
No, first of all, when it comes to Sahih, not Sahih, those kind of things, I don't know if you're an expert.
We will use only Sahih.
Are you a muhaddith?
My friend, I am not a Muslim at all, my friend.
Are you a muhaddith?
No. I will use your scholars saying this is Sahih. The scholars.
No.
The scholars.
That's the thing. Like, if we stick to the Quran, at least you will hold more weight, Christian Prince, because the Quran is like every Muslim that is watching this.
Okay, you as a Muslim, how you learned how to pray?
Of course, like I mentioned, we do have Hadith that we do follow.
Okay.
But
how come when you want you follow the Hadith, and when you want you don't follow the Hadith?
There are Hadith that are like universally accepted all across, and prayer is one of them.
What if I do this? I will use only what is universally accepted. Is that okay?
See, I don't know which one is universally accepted, because you're not a muhaddith, and I'm not.
My friend, I am not the one who will say that. It's you, Muslim, who will say this is very authentic.
Okay. Can you just prove me wrong with the Quran? Like, I don't know what's the problem. It's every Muslim here watching this. You might have a Sunni, you might have a Shi'i watching this. The Hadith that you bring, Bukhari, Muslim, the Shia.
No problem. Let us go first to the Quran, and then, and obviously, you know, I can tell Bilal that you are terrified if I show you what your Prophet said, because it's terrifying. I understand. Now, I want you to read for me. This is a chapter 23. I like it when a Muslim, he laugh about what I say. You know. By the way, like I said many times in front of people, I like this person. Bilal is a nice guy. You know, so you are always welcome to call me. So Bilal, listen to this.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Chapter 23, verse number 14. Can you read it for us? Open the link.
Okay, you just sent it? Okay, hold on. I'm going to read it here.
Yeah.
Chapter 23, verse 14?
Yes.
Okay, it says here, I'm going to read it in English. Okay, then we made the sperm into a clot of congealed blood.
Congealed blood,
Congealed blood, sorry. Then of that clot, we made a lump, a fetus, or a lump.
All right.
Then we made out of that lump bones and clothed the bones with flesh. Then we developed out of it another creature. So blessed be Allah, the best to create.
All right.
Okay.
So do you find any mistake, or I should help you?
You should help me, please.
Okay, what is the first stage according to the Quran verse here?
It says the sperm, right? It says sperm.
Okay. And the sperm will become what?
The comes into like a little clot.
Is that what science teach?
I don't know. What does science teach, Christian Prince?
The sperm itself, I mean, come on, you know, Bilal, what is your education, with my respect to you?
No, Christian Prince, seriously, like, I do not know how the baby is formed in the stomach. I really don't know.
Okay. Did you've been in school, right?
I know that the sperm goes into the woman's part, and then it goes into the egg, right? It fertilizes the egg.
Correct.
And then the egg, after that, I really don't know what happens.
Okay, so it's not the sperm will be transformed into blood. You just answer yourself. You just said the sperm go to the egg, and then the egg, what will happen? The egg will start multiply cells, correct?
The egg multiplies, yes.
Okay.
The eggs?
Yeah. So the first part of the verse is absolutely false, because it is not the sperm who will transform into anything. The sperm will deliver the DNA message and will fertilize, which means activate the egg. That's it. And then the sperm demolish. That's it. The sperm is not going to be a baby. According to Quran, the sperm...
Can I just jump in 1 sec?
Sure.
But what is that, like here it's mentioned, right, the sperm into a clot, right? So after the egg is fertilized by the sperm, it does turn into like a small clot, doesn't it?
No.
It doesn't.
No, because first of here, this is a clot of a congealed blood. Congealed blood means dead blood.
Then what's a fetus then?
What is the fetus? Did you see the word fetus here? This is you Muslim putting things in the Quran. It's not there. This is not in the Quran.
This is what it said. Then of that clot we made a lump. A lump is a fetus.
Exactly, but this is the third stage. So the first stage is a sperm.
Yeah.
Then the second stage is a dead blood, as you see, correct?
Yeah.
All right. And then the third stage is a piece of hard meat, lump. Okay, but not a single person in the world accept that a baby stages is like that, because congealed blood is not in any stage of the baby creation. And look what your prophet is saying, or his God saying, that it is the sperm who became, it is the blood, which it is the dead blood, and then the it is blood, which is dead blood, become a lump. So what he is saying, that the same object is changing.
But it says alaqatan here though in Arabic. It says that's not blood.
No, I've opened the dictionary. Alaqa is alaqatud dam.
ثم خلقنا نطفة علقة. علقة is like a clot. It's like a little.
My friend, you are an Arab who live in Saudi Arabia, but your Arabic is not good. ثم خلقنا النطفة علقة فخلقنا العلقة مضغة فخلقنا المضغة عظاما فكسونا العظام لحما. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. فخلقنا العلقة. العلقة is the congealed dead blood. علقة الدم أي ما تخثر من الدم على الجلد. And this is why your Islamic translation is saying the word congealed blood, which means dead blood.
There's no dem here though, brother.
No, there is. This is the blood. This is the alaqa, the word alaqa. This is why okay, did you ask yourself, okay, why this guy is saying congealed blood? Why he's adding the word blood? Is he a Muslim lying? He's lying as a liar?
I don't know, but I know dem is blood. Everybody knows, if any viewer is watching, dem means blood. Alaqatan does not mean blood.
My friend, alaqa is alaqatud dam. Alaqa is a name. Alaqa is a name for a blood which is not a liquid no more. This is what alaqa is. And we can open dictionary right now, and we can open the interpretation for you. Shall we open interpretation?
Okay, here it says in the English dictionary, it says leech, but I don't, obviously it's not a leech, right?
No, the congealed blood is not a leech. Alaqa is, I can show it to you. What about we open the interpretation? Why we don't do that?
No, just make a dictionary. Alaqatan, what is it?
Alaqa is khatrat al-dam. The blood when it is dead, it became solid. Let us see. Hold on.
Yeah, you can show the viewers that.
No, I will show you too, my friend.
Yeah.
I want you to open with me. Here we go. This is the dictionary. I will give you the link. I will put it in the screen, but I will give it to you first. And as long, and you know, I'm very glad that you speak Arabic, because that will make things a lot easier for me. So, read me carefully with me. It says, علقة قطعة من الدم غليظ جامد وهي طور من أطوار تكوين الجنين, according to the Quran. And right away he quote for you the verse of the Quran after it. You see it? It is,
yeah, but,
it is a piece of a thick blood which is solid, not liquid. And it is a stage of the baby. And he quote for you the verse from the Quran.
Hey, but you said dead, right? Blood that's like dead, right?
My friend, does it say دم غليظ جامد?
قطعة من دم غليظ جامد. Yes.
جامد.
So
okay, what jamid mean? What jamid mean in English?
Like hard.
Okay,
like
so solid, right?
Solid.
That happened when the blood is dead.
Okay.
Okay, so you said, show me the dictionary. This is the dictionary. And you said to me, where is the word blood? Here we go.
Well, and then it says here, وهي طور من أطوار تكوين الجنين.
Exactly, according to the Quran. This is why he's quoting for you the Quran. Al-alaq ismu surah min al-Quran al-Kareem. So according to the Quran, it is a stage of creation of the baby.
This is you're showing me this is a translation, right?
No. I'm showing you the Arabic. I gave you the link in Arabic.
Yeah, this is Arabic. There's no ayah in the Quran here. It's just saying, well,
no, it shows. No, read carefully. Al-alaq ismu surah min al-Quran al-Kareem. وهي سورة رقم etc.
That's al-alaq. That's another name.
My friend, he is mentioning to you to prove what it is, that this is mentioned in the Quran and this is what it's mean. Okay.
Christian Prince, I read Arabic, I understand. It's saying here, it's giving you all the different alaq.
No.
It's giving you
no. They are giving you a different pronunciation of alaq. This one is not alaq. This one is al-ulaqa. This one is ulaq. This is a different one. This is a different one. This is a different one, my friend. This is a different one. This is a different one. This is a different one. Those are words, are close.
This website is ma'ani. This has nothing to do with the Quran. This website is ma'ani.
My friend, it have to do with the Quran. Isn't you who asked me for dictionary?
Yeah.
Okay. What the dictionary? Okay. What is the first word saying for the dictionary? Alaqa. What it says? It is قطعة من دم غليظ جامد. Do you agree? Does it say that, or I'm making things up?
Yeah. But it also continue though. It says وهي طور من أطوار تكوين الجنين.
Exactly, and it is one of the stages of the baby. So
just to become a child or to become.
Okay, but this is according to the Quran. This is stupid. This is not true.
So don't give me this don't give me this website then, if that's the case. Give me the
my friend, it is you who asked me for dictionary, and this is a dictionary.
You're giving me a Quran dictionary? That's what you're giving me?
This is Islamic dictionary.
No. I don't want Islamic. I want a regular dictionary, man.
Oh, this is all Islamic, all regular dictionary are Islamic dictionaries. What's wrong with you, Bilal? Come on.
all dictionaries.
Bilal. Okay, hold on, Bilal. Yes, all of them. You know, who is the writer? His name is Muhammad Abdul Potato. The other one, his name is Khalid Barra, etc. So it's Islamic dictionaries, and then as you see, right away they insert the Quran. If I'm a Christian, I will not use the Quran to explain a word in Arabic. The last thing I would do is the Quran. So this is an Islamic dictionary. Okay, you see, you remember I said to you, Bilal, I said to you, can we go and see the interpretation of your scholars?
To see the interpretation, yeah, if you would like, but like I said, I would rather the viewers stick to the Quran and the Bible, because when we get deep, there's too many viewers. Christian Prince.
No. It's not. This is not the point. The point is, as long, my friend, listen.
Only
Bilal.
regard as 100%.
Okay.
Why can't you stick with that?
Listen,
it's the only book.
No, because now, my friend,
it is the only book.
Because now we are trying to understand what the chapter is saying.
No, it's clear what it's saying.
What's clear? Okay, make it clear for me. Go ahead.
Okay, it says we made sperm, and then ثم خلق نطفة علقة.
What is alaqa? Let us stop here. What is alaqa?
Okay, alaqa is we said it's 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 solid blood. Solid blood.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Is that what science says? It doesn't stop here. Is that what science says?
What is that solid blood, though? I want to know, what is that called in science?
You just told me it's your translation. It's your translation. You told me it's a solid blood. I'm asking you, is that what science says?
What I told you, first of all, I told you that, first of all, you didn't bring me like a proper translation, but it's okay. It's okay. You gave me alaqatan. Alaqan is like a clot, and we know that the fetus is a small clot. That's why when women have abortions, these things come out of them. When a woman has abortion, clots come out of them, like dead blood comes out of them.
Okay, but this is not what the verse is saying. The verse saying that the sperm, there's no fetus yet. There's no fetus yet. It says the sperm became a clot. It's nothing yet. There's no bones. You see, even the Quran says the last thing is the bones. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, but this is not what you were talking about then. So this is the stage. You see, you're a prophet, he said, that the stage is as the following. And this is why you're trying to avoid to talk about it, because that will make it clear. And obviously you don't want it to be clear, Bilal, because it's embarrassment. Let's read what your prophet says. Bilal, honestly, you know, isn't it you Muslims say that Sahih al-Bukhari and Sahih Muslim is the absolute books of Hadith?
No, it's not. It's not the absolute.
Okay.
No, it's not.
It's not? So why you call it Sahih?
It's the Quran.
What Sahih mean? What Sahih mean? No. I'm talking about Hadith. Is it scholars in the past who have studied Hadith? Okay.
And who have claimed for it to be Sahih from their ijtihad, from their.
So it is not Sahih.
But can I ask you a question? Are those guys? Are those guys that studied, are they perfect?
Is your prophet perfect?
My prophet is not. What do you mean by perfect? Okay, perfect. I mean in given the message, like the absolute, and he gave the Quran, which is perfect.
Okay, but
Quran is perfect.
So are you saying to me that Islam is only Quran, because Hadith is not trustworthy? We cannot trust the Hadith.
I'm saying that we are not scholars.
Well, I am reading the scholars' words. I'm reading your books, and this is what you teach. You know, you live in Saudi Arabia, and you know, like you go to the school 5 hours a day talking about Islam, and the last hour talking about sport. I mean, what are you talking about? There's no education in Saudi Arabia except Islam. You know, and the question is very silly. What is the name and the exam, guys, of the history? What is the name of the king, the founder of Saudi Arabia? I mean, everybody knows this question. You say it, you pass. I mean, come on, there's no education there except Islam. So I'm asking you now, is Sahih al-Bukhari, be honest with me, is it the most accepted, authentic hadith of your prophet's statements? Either you say yes or you say no.
Yes. Sahih Bukhari. Sunni it is the most accepted.
Okay. So I'm showing you the most accepted hadith. Okay. So your prophet saying that the creation. Read me carefully, my friend. Read me carefully.
You should respect my wishes. That you stick with the Bible and the Quran. That's all I want to hear.
Because now we have to solve a problem, which is understanding what the verse meant. And who is better to explain the verse except your prophet? Not me, and not you.
Go ahead.
Are you saying you are higher than Muhammad to understand the verse? No. Okay, so you're a prophet explaining the verse, so why would I want to hear the prophet speaking? It's like you are saying to me, Bilal, that Muhammad trying to explain the verse to us, he's listening to us now, and he say, okay, let me explain to you. You say, no, shut him up, I don't want to listen to him. That's not right. So you're a prophet, he explained the verse, and look what he said. He says, the creation of a human gathered in the form of a semen for 40 days. Let me give you the link so you can open it from your side.
Yeah, send it, please.
Okay.
Also, Christian Prince, not to get off topic, but do you ever look into like the good hadith or the hadith that are pretty sound of the Prophet, or you just look at the The ones that you claim, like, think they're negative or they're lying or...
My friend, you can tell me later any wish you want, anything you want about something positive, no problem. But that will not change the fact that he's a liar then. Because all prophets who lie, they try to present themselves as good people. The Bible says, Jesus said, be aware of false prophets who come to you in the clothes of a sheep, but they are wolves. So a person who is a false man, he will not come to you and say, I want to rape your wife. Right? He will make himself like a friend. Then you open the door for him, then you make coffee for him, then you trust him, and maybe one day you give him the keys because he is a closer friend. And then when you trusted him, he do the crime he is planning to do because he's evil. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
So if a man, he says something good, let us say he said, okay, respect your mother. That's wonderful. Okay, that's great. But doesn't mean he is a good person. So here your prophet saying the creation of you as a human is gathered in the form of a semen in the womb for a new mother for 40 days. According to science, semen can live only for 5 days maximum inside the body of a woman. So when Muhammad, he made such a statement, speaking about the Quran, explain the Quran, as you see the word alaqa, as you see the word mudgha, you see, this is exactly the verse in the Quran. So alaqa, mudgha, nutfa, this is what the Quran is saying.
I apologize, that's wrong. Actually, in Arabic, inna ahadakum jamma khalaqa fi batn ummihi 40. Khalaqa. It doesn't say semen here, brother.
My friend.
It says khalaqa.
Okay, no, you see, your Arabic is not good. Inna ahadakum yujma'u. Let me read for you. Let me read for you. Listen to me. Inna ahadakum yujma'u khalquhu fi batni ummihi 40 yawman nutfa. So he is nutfa is a semen.
Hey, what?
Is a drop of semen. So
but in what though? Like semen, like what? In the egg?
No, you are not. Allah is gathering you now just as a semen. That's what it says clearly. Allah, he gather you as a semen, and this is what the real translation. Okay, let us say Christian Prince is not giving good translation because he have an agenda. What about you Muslims? It's your translation. That's your Muslim website.
No. Fair enough. Yeah.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay.
That is correct.
The creation of you.
I want to ask you though, Christian Prince. No, this is a serious question. I'm not joking here. So here it says arbina yoman, right?
Okay.
Does that mean like just swimming around, or does that mean fertilizing the egg, or what?
It says fi batni ummihi. Obviously, it is in the belly. It says the word button. You know what the word button mean, right? What the word button mean?
Button, womb, right? The womb?
No, the word button mean a belly or a stomach.
Yeah, this is the Arabic. This is why I'm telling you.
No, my friend. The word womb is raham. Raham, but
correct. Can button mean raham or no?
No, button mean belly or stomach. If I say batni yu'limuni, I'm saying my stomach hurting me. If I in the belly of your mother, that's mean in the belly of your mother, the belly. Okay. So we can say it is about womb, no problem. But as you see here with me, you're a prophet, he confirming that the first stage that you are gathered as a semen. Allah is collecting semen for 40 days. And then you are staying as a semen for 40 days. This is the first stage. And then you become a clinging blood for a similar period. This is 40 days, total of 80 days. So now you are a semen for 40, and now you are, the semen itself became a congealed blood for other 40, and then the last 40 you became a lump of flesh. That's mean the total of the creation of the baby is 120 days. Is that what science says, that a woman, she give birth after 120 days?
A clinging thing, then it becomes a lump of flesh like that. It's not a. First of all, it says the creation of humans is gathered in the form of semen in the womb of your mother for 40 days. Then it becomes a clinging thing in similar period. A clinging thing, which can possibly be a fetus. Okay, then it becomes a lump of flesh like that. Then Allah sends an angel who breathes the life into it, and then the angel is commanded to record 4 things about it. Okay, we don't need to read the rest of that, but Here it doesn't say the baby is complete, my friend.
No, it says right there. That's it. Allah here now, He is writing His destiny. He's finished. Yeah, يؤمر بأربع كلمات, and then the angel, my friend, read carefully with me. And Allah, He sent the angel who breathed life into it. So according to the Quran, the baby don't have a life. He don't have a life until the last stage, which is very funny. So what is the
no, sorry. What do you mean until the last stage?
Yeah, here we go. You see, it is you who keep using the word fetus. It's you, correct?
No, I'm telling you right here, it does not say, it says the Allah sends an angel. Okay, look, let's read, right?
Okay,
says,
when Allah He sent the angel, after everything is finished, correct?
No, that's not true.
What do you mean, wrong? Okay, read. Become a lump. Okay, then read. Then it become a lump of a flesh, like that.
Christian, please. We all know that the baby is alive in the stomach.
He is?
We all know this.
So why Allah breathing life into him?
No, not right away though. The baby is not alive right away. Obviously, he goes through the period. He's explaining here how it goes through the period of creation.
So when the egg is fertilized, it's not a living creature. It's not living. It's what?
When the egg is it's definitely not a baby.
But this is the baby. The egg is the baby. The egg is not a baby. My friend, no. My friend, the egg is an early stage of the baby.
No, the egg is an egg and the sperm is the sperm. They come together, they fertilize, and they become slowly into the stages of the baby.
That's what we are saying. No, the egg after fertilization is the first stage of the baby. It is a baby.
Okay, can I just take 1 minute to speak so that I can finish what I'm saying, and then you can take it, please?
Go ahead.
Okay, it says, I'm going to read it again for you. The creation of humans is gathered in the form of semen in the womb of your mother for 40 days. Then it becomes a clinging thing. I'm not going to say fetus. I'm not going to say anything. This is what it says here. In a similar period. Then it becomes a lump of flesh like that. Okay, so how much is that? Let's just say when a similar period, let's say it means 42. Okay, so 40. How many days is that?
120.
120. Perfect. 120 is how many months?
4 months. Yeah, I mean...
about four months, right?
Yeah.
About 4 months. Okay. In the time of the Prophet, in the time of the Prophet, did they have babies like we have babies, or they had special babies that came out 4 months?
In the time of the Prophet, there's babies, they are born in 4 months.
No, I'm asking you, is that the case? Because that's what you're saying. You're claiming that the Prophet
No, according to your Prophet, babies can be born after 4 years, not 4 months.
4 years?
Yes. If you search for Muddatul Haml fil Islam, the maximum period of...
Another thing, we're sticking with your hadith and you're jumping to another thing. I'm asking you a question.
No, this is we are talking about the same topic. You are the one who mentioned the word 4 months. I'm correcting you. It says Islam believe that the woman, she can carry the sperm of a child for 4 years. Some even they say unlimited, some they say 10 years. And I can show the reference. What is your sect, Bilal? What is your sect? You're a Sunni.
Christian Prince, let me finish, Habibi. Let me finish.
What is your sect? Can you tell me, please?
It says 4 months.
Okay, what is your sect?
Here it says 4 months. And clearly, we know that a baby takes 9 months. Every human being since the time of whatever was 9 months.
All right.
Clearly. So this does not mean in the end here, when it says the angel blows into him, it does not mean the end of like when the baby is going to be born. That's the stuff that happens in the stomach, in the womb.
Okay.
So don't make out the Prophet to look stupid here, like he didn't know that a baby comes out in 9 months, because we all know, every human being that is a parent or whatever knows that it takes 9 months, or at least it could be 7 if it's premature, or things like that can happen. But so this hadith doesn't really validate what you're trying to say here, because the formation of everything in the stomach, it happens, and the angel blows into blows the spirit into the yeah, you can look, yes, blows the spirit into him. Okay, so What do you have to say about that? If you want to,
I mean, what I can say, I mean, come on, that's it. You prove me wrong. I mean, Bilal, listen. It's say after your prophet, he stopped with the last 40 days. Did he mention anything else would happen? I mean, come on. You know, I feel for you. I mean, the guy, he stopped. He says 40, 40, 40, and that's it. And then the angel, he says, okay, this is your life. They breathe into him, and then he tell him his deeds. So that's it. But you're trying, you're struggling to find a solution, trying to add the stages, but there's no stages to add. The guy, he said 40 and 40 and 40, and the poor Bilal is trying to look in the manual. He look at the, you know, Bilal is like an Arab guy, like all of us Arab. We buy a car and then we want to fix the car, but we never knows anything about car. And then we take screws and we try to put it back. We cannot find the place for the screws. So here Bilal is trying to find how he can close the holes in this story. My friend, it says 40 plus 40 plus 40. And then what happened? That's it. He gave him life. He's a baby now. Why is giving him life?
He's a baby. I didn't say like he's not. What I mentioned is he doesn't come out of the womb at that time.
What do you mean coming out? Okay, did your prophet continue saying there's more of 40 days coming? Something will happen after that? No.
No.
Okay, that's it. That means it's over.
No, he's talking about the creation of the baby in the womb, and that's it.
Exactly. Say, so, like, okay, are you saying to me that after the 120 days, the baby will go and live in the brain, or live in the tongue, or live in the neck, or live? Come on. So all of this is in the womb already. So because the baby is staying in the womb, the baby stay. The baby.
Christian Prince,
okay.
He's talking about the process from the beginning to the womm. He's not talking about the process from the beginning till she comes out of the woman's vagina. He's not talking about. It's clear.
It's clear, like, okay, like the sky, my friend. It's so clear. Okay, let us try to help.
Christian Prince. Oh my God, Christian, where are you from, man?
Let us try to help Mr.
Can you at least tell me where you're from?
Okay, listen. Let us try to help Mr. Bilal, my friend.
Go ahead. I'm listening now. I'm going to give you the floor.
What is your sect?
I believe in the Quran.
What is your sect? You're a Muslim. You're a Muslim Sunni, right?
You can say Sunni, but I don't like.
I know. But you're a Sunni what? You're a Sunni Hanafi. You're a Sunni Shafi'i, Hanbali, Maliki.
No, I'm nothing like that. I follow the Quran and authentic Hadith.
Okay. But you did not. You just gave me a false Hadith now.
A false Hadith?
Yes, you just made up things. It's not in the Hadith. You added things saying the Prophet. He said he did not say this is until he come out of the vagina. He said until you are in the womb. Okay.
I said he did not say that.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so when the baby he is a sperm for 40 days.
Yes.
Is that true that the baby is a sperm for 40 days?
Okay, once again, my friend, you keep saying, is that true?
Yes, I'm asking you.
The sperm, like I told you, it says here, if you read the hadith, your hadith that you brought, the creation of humans is gathered in the form of semen in the womb of your mother for 40 days. Now, when we say semen here, right? Does that mean? Because we know does that mean like it goes to the egg and then to the womb? Like that's like the details I'm not sure about, right? The details I'm not sure about. So that's my question to you. 40 it fertilizes, then goes to the womb. Or am I wrong?
Now, friend, the verse is so clear. It says that you are gathered in a form of a semen for 40 days. So you are semen for 40 days. According to science, or what doctors they study, that the maximum semen can live inside the body of a female is 5 days. So your prophet, he just added 35 days to the period only.
Okay, when it says womb here, my friend, we know that like when you're ejaculating into a woman, it's in the vagina area. It does not go to the womb, right?
Yeah, it's going to take 40 days journey, right?
No, like I said, like okay, I'm not. Like I mentioned, the details I'm not but here it says womb, like it's in the stomach. How did he jump from like semen to womb? When you know clearly it has to go through the vagina, obviously, and then that area, you know.
Yeah, Bilal.
The ovaries.
Bilal, I feel for you, my friend. But when they say that it is 5 days maximum, and then your prophet says 40 days semen, it's a lie. This is not 1 day mistake. Let us say if Muhammad he says 6 days, we'll say wow, it's so almost close, you know. If Muhammad he says 4 days, he said okay, well, you know, but he said he gave extra 35 days. And Muhammad, remember, he claimed that he is a person who is receiving this information from his God, correct? This is not him being a doctor, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
So when Muhammad he gave information claiming to be from God, and then we find that this information is absolutely foolish, that means this person is impostor and he is not a prophet. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me ask you.
Can I ask you?
Hold on. Before we change the topic to something else. According to science, who is the one who decides the gender of the baby? What did decide?
According to science.
Yeah, what decide the gender?
The male, right?
The male. Okay, thank you. Well, Bilal is educated in that field. You know, that's wonderful.
Not really, actually.
Okay, no problem. The male. You are right. The sperm of the male. But look what you're. Okay.
The X, I believe, is female, and the YX is male, right?
Okay. Well, no problem. This is like a symbolic they give it to understand, to make it easy. So,
okay.
According to your prophet, if the woman she have orgasm first, the baby will be a female. And if the man have an orgasm first, the baby will be a male. Is that correct, or this is another foolish statement from false prophet?
I never heard that before, but if you want to just show the viewers and show me, it's fine. Like I mentioned, I'm not a Hadith expert, but go ahead.